Good morning, y'all. Coming to you live on the deck. Maybe you can hear the crows in the background. There's a whole murder of them. Did you know that a large group of crows is called a murder? So I've got a whole murder of crows out here. They're sounding the alarm or they're communicating with one another. I'm not really sure. And we've got dogs playing down in the yard. Gus and Sierra playing down in the yard, and I'm looking at Millie and Trixie and Roxy. Hi, Rox. Can you say good morning to them please? Watch, he'll crow in a minute. He's warming up. Yeah, so there's a little chill. Toya. There's a little chill in the air this morning, and it feels fantastic. So I've got my coffee with me, and let's start out. Let's see who's here. Good morning, Jovita. So happy to see you. Everything has made it into the box. We were having a problem with our patch adhesion to the hats. Anyway, we've got it figured out. Keep watching your mailbox. Rebecca Touched by Yarn is in. Good morning, hon. Hope you're doing well. And Sherry Udell. Good morning, Sherry. Thanks for stopping in. Paul Honeyman, all the way from England. Hello, my friend. Laura's here. And Oli. Sold on RV Life. Good to see you. Hope you guys are staying safe. Christy Smith is in. Haven't seen you in a coon's age, my friend. How you been? Arlene is here. Hi, Arlene. Musgrave Family Farms. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, so we're going to pop into it. I decided to go ahead and do a live this morning, kind of for a couple of reasons. I'm trying to boost our analytics. There's something funky going on with YouTube. We've been dropping subscribers and then gaining them back, and our revenue has gone down and it's staying down. I don't know exactly what's going on. I know it fluctuates throughout the month, but I don't know. Anyway, if you guys were here Friday night when we went live, I told y'all that every bit of the net that we get, after YouTube takes out their cut of all super chats, yeah, we're donating all of that to the hurricane areas. And it looks like there's going to be another one to add to the list. So I'm in communications with a couple of individuals who I know personally and I trust, and are coordinating grassroots efforts to get goods to the people in the affected areas that need them the most. And we're not talking pickup truck loads of stuff. We're talking semi loads of water, diapers, baby formula, hygienic stuff. And now we're working on jackets. Anyway, so just know that you don't have to, you never have to. But if you do send a super chat, every bit of what we get is going into a fund and is going directly to the people who are doing the shopping and are boots on the ground in those affected areas. So just taking care of a little business off the top. We have been working our tails off. And I decided today I'm going to be a little, I really don't even like this word, but I'm going to be a little bit selfish today. And I'm going to do stuff for us. It's time. So I'm going to start making my world famous to 2 old men, Jacob up the street, and 3 coon dogs. That's a lot of famous barbecue sauce. And it is a bourbon barbecue sauce. So it's kind of a sweet, savory. It's just so good. It's so good. People have people have been telling me for years that I need to bottle it and sell it. I don't want to do that. That's, you know, I don't need to invite the government into my kitchen every time I make something. So I'm making it and I'll give it away to people here and there and yonder. You know, it's what I do. Hey, Paul, I'm sorry you missed us on Friday, but if you weren't feeling up to it, you weren't feeling up to it, friend. We understand that. Janae is in the house. Hi, Muriel. Nice to see you too. Dee's Garden Adventures. Hi, Diana. It's pretty good turnout for just deciding to do an impromptu live. Something is in the trees. Just making sure it's not a cat or a bear. It's worse. It's a squirrel. And it's hunting nuts. Anyway, Life on Dyer Family Farm is here. Nice to see y'all. Thanks for coming in. So yeah, and so I want to mention straight up, Joel and I, we are not a 501c3. We just feel it on our hearts that we need to help where we can help. And so all the super chats that come in, like I said, that's all going to be put into a fund and it's going to be sent out in the form of a cashier's check. But whatever we do make this month in October, and we may extend it, it just depends on what this hurricane season is going to do. And it's not like the need is going to go away in 2 weeks. This is going to be a years-long process to get these folks better. And, you know, the government's not going to be helping them. So we're doing it. And that's a good thing to do. Anyway, but all the funds that we get in the month of October, we're going to match. And, you know, however much it is how much it is. And that's what we're going to do. Because we feel kind of called to do this. We had a very busy weekend. It started Friday. And we have been going. And yesterday afternoon, we just got to a point where we said, oh, okay, time to slow the roll. So that's what we're doing. And today, like I said, I'm going to make my barbecue sauce. That's going to be a ton of fun. I really enjoy doing that kind of thing. I like making things that we use that I can put away and don't leave the thing alone and he'll bite your face off. I've got a Bernese Mountain Dog that thinks he's a squirrel dog. That's kind of funny. He wouldn't know what to do with it if he caught it. That's some kind of funny stuff. And I hear Farkle inside having a come undone with something. I don't know. Anyway, typical Monday morning. Ah, jeez. You are a handsome boy. That's my Roxy. Yeah, so we've got some projects coming up here on our place. Joel and I sat last night and we turned off everything and we just talked. And those are some of my favorite times when we can just, you know, reconnect, where we can just talk and bounce things off of each other. And we have a couple of projects that we're going to be starting here directly. The only huge pressing thing that has to be done before freezing weather sets in, we've got to fix the roof on our pump house. And in a pinch type situation, if it doesn't get done, it will. But if for some reason it doesn't get done, I have a backup plan. So around here, and I've always been this way too. We'll have a plan, and then I'll have a plan B, C, and D, just in case, because you never know. Life happens. And we saw that happen, right? Always best to be a little prepared for whatever may come. Um, the other thing that I'm working on this week, I'm doing homespun Christmas. So that means everybody that's getting a Christmas gift from us, it's going to be something that is homemade or creatively made. Personally, I love getting stuff like that. One of my all-time favorite presents ever was made by a 5-year-old. She took some popsicle sticks, and they came from actual popsicles because they were still stained different colors. And she glued little flowers that she found and some acorns, and she had some stickers, and it was just this whole thing. And she got into the glue, but it was the cutest darn thing. And her mom was kind of embarrassed. She says, you can throw it away. I still have it. I am so proud of that. I put a magnet on the back of it so I can, that just makes me happy. So those of you who are on my list, I hope it makes you happy too. I'm not sending you popsicle sticks with acorns glued, although that is a rather creative endeavor. So I think for this upcoming week, Joel is talking, he has accumulated a ton of vacation time. And he can roll it over, but we think we're going to start using some of it. Not to do anything extraordinary. One of the things that is very important to him that he gets done, he wants to get his shop organized. And I'll tell you why in just a sec, but that involves pulling everything out of the shop. The shop is huge. It's a huge shop. So we're going to have to pull everything out and organize everything. We are going to build a 10 by 10 room inside the shop to store. That wasn't a squirrel. Focus. So that we can store like all of our holiday tubs and our seasonal tubs and, all the stuff that needs to be mouse proof. Right. So we're going to have a separate room in there for storage. And I like that idea better. I mean, the shop is so big, it's not going to take away from room for him to do everything that he wants to do. Because we were looking at maybe building an outbuilding. But really, why go to that expense? We have the space. We just need to make it functional. So that is one of our projects that we want to get done before freezing weather. And the greenhouse is always in the back of my mind, but that is not top priority for this year. That's probably something that'll happen next year. And we have other friends who need help getting ready for winter. So we're going to divide up our time between, I think, 4 different homesteads. Kind of hop in there and help out with that. Laura, thank you. Thank you for choosing to come in here. That's very nice of you. And fall is in the air. I can feel it. Now, last week I did a lot of baking. You haven't seen the video yet, but there's one coming. I can't say for sure when, because I have to wait for other people to put out their content first before I can put mine out. on the same thing, but we had a little bit of a work party over the weekend, and that's always a good time. Anywho's, in case anybody's wondering, I do have a little something with me just in case there's a bear, a boar, or a cat. We're good. Anyway, where was I going with it? Anyway, so we're gonna get that room built, get that all done. Guys, the inside of the house is still a work in progress. We are still working on it. And we're probably going to be working on it at least for another year. But if you guys haven't gone to see how much building supplies cost right now, sing it loud and proud, Roxy. Seriously. It's expensive to buy anything from electrical to plumbing to anything wood, anything metal. It's pretty crazy. And with these hurricanes, it's going to get a little trickier. Fortunately, we have a couple people within our community who have sawmills, and we have no shortage of raw lumber around here. So it's just a matter of coordinating efforts. But the work party that we had was so much fun. And if you've been a fan of this channel for any amount of time, you know that I am a huge lover of everything wood. Don't give me flowers. Give me a piece of mahogany. don't give me fresh cut flowers. They die. They die in a hurry. But if you give me a piece of wood, I can do so many things with it. So, yeah, I'm happy when it comes to that. And, I'm looking at Millie and Trixie right now. There are 2 goats. And they're starting to get pretty hairy. They're putting on their winter coats already. That's about that time of year. Yeah. So it's a pretty day and it's a happy day. And that's something else I wanted to touch on with you guys this morning. Look, I'm not oblivious to it. I know that everywhere we turn right now, we are being inundated with doom and gloom and things that are meant to cause fear. Right? And it's hard not to be uneasy right now. The world is going berserk. The best thing I can tell you is don't go berserk with it. You can make a choice. For us, we choose to stay busy and keep our eyes on the things that are important. Store it up in heaven, y'all. And we have become increasingly aware, not so much right immediately around us, but the more anxious people get, the meaner they get. That's just human nature. Y'all, there have been so many times where we have put out 100% of our effort to help somebody else in need. And we've done the very best we could, even dug into our own pockets to get the job done, right? And we get ridiculed and mocked and talked trash about. And that's okay. That's human nature. Let them do that. You keep doing what you know is the right thing to do. Don't let anybody push you off of that. It is easier if you do that at the end of the day to keep the attitude of gratitude. Count your blessings, not what you're lacking, and focus on that. There's always something to be grateful for. There's always something to be grateful for. Some days you just have to dig a little deeper to find it. It's all good though. And we're going to continue to do our best and put our best out there. And like I said, we're in a community of people. It is foreign to us. It is foreign to us. We came from an area that was very self-centered, very beta male, uber feminist. Those two mix like oil and water. And you could do 100% for any of them, and you'd be pulling knives out of your back for the following month. They'd say thank you to your face, and once they figured they got as much out of you as they could get, in go the knives. It happened every single time. And around here, it's not so bad. There's always going to be trash talk, and there's always going to be people that have the attitude that you owe them. And that's okay. Keep putting your best out there. It's okay. At some point, you learn to kind of step back and reassess and reevaluate. And that's okay too. That's not being selfish. That's watching your own resources. For us, we're going to keep doing our very best to give our very best. We're not happy unless we're serving others. That's just how it is. Around here, it's given back. We're very grateful and very blessed and very happy. We love it here. Regardless what comes tomorrow, we're happy here today. So we're going to keep building happy tomorrows and tomorrows and tomorrows. If you want to see the world change, let it begin with you. And then if you find somebody who agrees and thinks with you the same way, then you guys can start this whole community of kindness. And before you know it, you've got all these people being kind to one another. We put that stuff on everything. It's every bit as contagious as meanness. So we need to make that stuff go viral. So be kind and do your best. Somebody pointed out that I'm a little bit preachy. I don't mean to be. I'm just sharing my truth. It's who I am, and it's who we are as a couple. I'm just sharing with you. Well, after I get done doing the barbecue sauce, I think we've got cooler weather coming in. Yay! I'm gonna do a total deep clean on the house, because you guys, we're already into October. The holiday season is like right around the corner. It's time to get it in gear. And y'all, we're going to smoke a turkey this year. Who's the first one that's going to say, how are you going to get it in the papers, Lauren? Silly. But yeah, we're planning on smoking a turkey, and I don't know who's going to be here. Anybody who wants to be, I guess. And y'all, obviously, if you see that I'm very slow on handling the chat, not because I'm buried by all of you. It's just Joel usually does all that. So I kind of have to train myself to do it. But I'm trying, guys. So little grace. I know, right? But there's a little something about this barbecue sauce. First of all, I make huge batches of it and then I can it. But it requires bourbon, and we don't frequent liquor stores. And it never fails. It never fails. Either the preacher will walk by, or one of the deacons, or the preacher's wife, or and the next thing you know, the stories are going around small town Arkansas. Yeah, I saw them coming out of the liquor store with a big bottle of Satan's juice. I'm making barbecue sauce. We're not drinkers. Lord. Thanks, Paul. We try, but you know how people are. You can give until you're dead, and it still won't be enough for some people. Or um, it just doesn't matter to some people. It's what you know in your heart at the end of the day. And if you know that you did right and you did the best you could, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. That's kind of how we are. Well, good morning, Luke. Thanks for coming in. I see you, my friend. Yeah, I know, Luke. They take around 35% of the super chats, but it's what we have to work with right now. So to make up for that, we'll match the funds. That way we've got the most amount we can. Yes, Sherry, that's true. And there are also stories that the local governments and the sheriff's departments and whatnot are confiscating donated goods. In a way that's true, but and there may be some out there that are just being that way. I don't doubt it. But I know in one particular county, a sheriff was confiscating or rounding up all the donated goods in order for them to get FEMA funding, emergency funding. They have to show that they have a percentage. I don't quote me on it. I think it's 10% of what they're asking for. So if you're asking for $150,000, which is ridiculous, I'm just using that for math purposes, you have to show that you have $15,000 in money and goods aside in order to get those funds released to you. So it's kind of a bookkeeping thing, and I do not doubt that there's all kinds of trash going on in these areas, and it makes me mad too. That's why we've partnered up with people who are boots on the ground, who know how to get the communications, the logistics, get all the stuff together to send in semi-loads of stuff to drop-off points that we know are secure and will not be breached. That's what we're up to. Oh, Jennifer, we're very fortunate. The one thing, you've heard me do a lot of griping about this house that we bought because we were lied to a lot. But the one thing it does have on it is a 60-year roof. And it's about 10 years in. So we're good on our roof. The walls may collapse from underneath it, but the roof is good. See, you got to find the things you're grateful for. No. Oh, Paul. No, that is not how we operate. He said he wanted to have a talk, and so everything got turned off and we sat and we talked back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I don't remember anything what he said, but anyway, the point is I'm getting a room built. I'm kidding. No. There are things that he wants to get done. There are things I want to get done. There are things he and I together are making a priority to get done. It's all give and take here, friend. That's why we stay married. We're not selfish with each other at all. Well, he is kind of, because when I make cookies, I'm lucky if I go back and there's one there for me. But that's okay too. I can make more. Oh, good morning, Diana. I see you. Oh, and you guys. Yeah, so please, if you would, hit the like button, hit that thumbs up. That helps us. Another thing, and not just for our channel, but for all of your favorite channels. If you really want to support them, watch the ads that run in the videos, not the 30-minute ones. And come on, guys. If it's about hemorrhoids, feel free to click through. Nobody needs that. But yeah, it really helps if you watch the ads because that increases how much YouTube pays content creators at the end of the month. So yeah. I'm telling you, this coffee is just perfect today. I am so grateful for it. We smoked a mess of ribs last night. Oh, and were they good? We had good food all weekend. When we do these work parties, everybody brings something, and the next thing you know, there's a lot of food. So we did. We had a really nice time. Good food, good fellowship. Got a lot of work done. Learned a few things in the process. And then yesterday afternoon, when we were winding down, we thought, got this rack of ribs here. So yeah, we smoked them, and we had a little bit of a late supper last night, and that was fine because we were still pretty geared up. But yeah, ribs and all the trimmings. And then this coming up weekend, I think we're going to have some friends over. It's supposed to be absolutely beautiful weather. We'll see later on in the week if that holds true. But we're going to have some friends over for some deck time. And we're going to do some fire roasted pizza, baby. That Can you see? That's my pizza oven right there. It's covered because it's pampered like that. But yeah, so wood-fired pizza, baby. We'll see how that turns out. And it's about time for me to get out and start working on pruning stuff. I'm going to be talking to a tree broker this week about coming and harvesting some of these trees. That'd be a good thing. Hey, be nice. Be ladies. Don't be such goats. Manners matter. Thank you very much, Trixie Dixie. Yes, a good girl. Anyway, so I've got about 30 trees, and we'll see if they want to come take them. But they're worth a pretty penny, and that money can get rolled into everything else that we want to get done here. So we'll see what happens. I hope they're not coming here. Nope, rolled right on past. I can see all the way through the house, which is good. And I can see all of my monitors up here. I'm in a good location. Yeah, so the other thing that I want to talk to you about is we're hearing it already this morning about this Hurricane Milton. It's brewing down there in the Gulf, when they're projecting it to hit pretty much the same area, maybe a little south, maybe a little north. Well, they don't really know. But it has a huge wind path around it. So it's another unprecedented storm. So that should be telling everybody paying attention to this that regardless of your circumstances, you should make sure that you have a few things on hand, at least to make it for a week to 10 days. In our case, we go a little bit more because in an extreme situation like that, we know it wouldn't just be us taking care of us. We would be taking care of a lot of people because that's what we do. Y'all are not going to be eating anything chef grade, but you're not going to be stuck with Chef Boyardee either. I'm just saying. But yeah, so it's always good to plan ahead. Have those extra batteries, but batteries wear out. So what I personally use, I use a battery pack. It's a battery charger, right? And it's solar. So I charge it out in the sun, and then I can plug my cell phone, any of my devices, right? I can plug it right in, and I'm good to go. And I think I get 7 charges out of one block of time sitting in the sun charging. So just a little thought. There I go being all preachy again. But guys, have a little bit on hand. We are in an unsettled times, and you know, it's easy to get caught up in it and get scared. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. Just make sure that you got the things on hand. And I know people don't have money right now, and I get that too. But if you can swing a cup of coffee, you can swing some canned goods. Do something. Do something. You'll feel better for it if you do. You know, we have always been the kind to prep ahead and be ready for whatever. Um, and I just think it's good practice. It's good practice for us. There have been times that we've been blindsided by, we're not going to have a paycheck for 2 weeks. You know, we have been in that position before. 2020 also taught us a lot. So be ready for it. God didn't give us a spirit of fear. Okay. But if you're anxious about something, use that, channel it to do something productive to help your situation if you can. And I know there are some people who can't. So find your resources and reach out. It's okay to ask for help. Oh, Vita, I'm with you, girl. I am not a fan of high wind, especially with, can you see that tree right there? That's my big monster. If it comes down, on the house, we're dead. No two ways about it. That thing comes down, we are dead. I'm praying for a solution on that too. And a solution we can afford because it's not cheap. Yipes. Did I see James Holland? Yes, I do. Hi, James. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Tamara's here with Heartland HQ with Think and Tank. Good morning, sweet friend. Yeah, what is it with all the spiders this year? They are insane here. And we're not talking little spiders. We've probably taken 7 or 8 daddy long legs out of the inside of the house. And y'all, I never have bugs. Yeah, we live in the woods. I don't have bugs. Yeah, spiders, wolf spiders, tarantulas, you name it, we got it this year. I'm not a spider person. You want to hear me scream? That's how to do it. I want to make sure I haven't missed anybody in here. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Charlene Grady made it in. Hi, Charlene. There's Carla, Mr. and Mrs. Walter Job Jr. Thank you for coming in. It's so nice to see you all. It's wonderful. Oh, Virginia Alexander's in. Hey, I got your recipe. Thank you very much for sharing that with me. I happen to have some cube steak out in the freezer. Give that a whirl. Thank you very much. Oh, y'all. I'm feeling good, feeling fine. Hope you guys are too. But it is about time for me to. Where am I at? Yep, there I am. Now we're 41 minutes in. You know, I've got a plan. I'm going to do laundry and then I'm going to start my barbecue sauce. That's going to be fun. I think this morning, I'm just going to throw some music on. Let me get up in my groove. Get my barbecue sauce on. Get that simmering. I'm going to make about 2 gallons of it today. Got to make a few more mugs. The laser engraved. We have to make some more business cards. Yeah. I'm a very happy camper, and I hope that every one of you is also happy and safe, feeling blessed, and keeping that attitude of gratitude. That's what we're up to. Oh, yeah, and I've got to get some corn. Wink, wink. If you know, you know. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close it out. I think we've done about all the damage we can do here. I want to thank you all again for coming in, spending some time with me this morning. I'm Lauren. This is Making It Home. My other half, the better half, Joel, he's at work. So y'all, do your best this week. Despite it all, and no matter what anybody says, no matter how hard somebody wants to drag you through the dirt, you do your best. Count everything joy, and at the end of the day, you're sleeping well. Yep. All right, guys. Wind's starting to kick up. It is not a hurricane. It's just a little breeze. But I'm going to go get busy. I'm going to have my fun day today, and I may take you guys along with. I don't know. I may film doing the barbecue sauce, or I may just decide I want to just do a day. All right. I am out of here. You guys behave yourselves today. Try to stay out of trouble. Be kind to one another. That's the secret to long life. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Anyway, y'all behave. Be good. Be blessed. We love y'all. Thanks for coming in. And we'll catch you on the flip. See ya.